We have been working with TBL person and TBL gender from past 2 sessions. As we have marked primary key of TBL gender as foreign key with name gender ID in TBL person. It means gender ID of TBL person will only contain any ID from the TBL gender. What if I delete any record from TBL gender? We will lose database integrity once again due to dirty data or the data which no longer exist in our database. How can we resolve or restrict delete operation when any data exist in foreign key table referring primary table? The answer is cascading referential integrity. Let's have a demo. The gender of Simon is 2, which is female. What if I delete this record from TBL gender despite this fact that there is a record in TBL person referring this value? When you run this delete query, it return an error that the delete statement conflict with the reference constraint TBL_person_gender ID. If remember, we intentionally created this foreign key constraint in our last session. What this TBL_person_gender ID_FK state is that the gender ID column in TBL person referring to the ID column in TBL gender. If you slightly scroll down, there is insert and update specification. Here delete rule and update rule is set to no action by default. No action means restrict and maintain referential integrity without performing any operation. There are other 3 options for these rules. Let's set it to set default. Set default means perform operation but set its value to default constraint value. Close this window. Save these changes. Now, if I try to delete any of the record from TBL gender, the correspondent TBL person record value will set to default value which we set in our default constraint df_TBL person_gender ID. Let's execute the query and see what's gonna happen. Look, Simon gender ID is set to default value which is 3. In the same way, you can set option to set null. Set null means perform operation but set its value to null value. Close this window and save table changes. This time, you notice John and Rich who are male. Let's delete male record from TBL gender. Select and execute this query. Execute select queries. You may notice John and Rich gender IDs set to null. You may set its option to cascade. Cascade means perform operation but update or delete relevant records in referring table. Close and save changes. Only 1 record left in TBL gender and there are 3 records in TBL person referring this ID. Now, if I execute this query, all records referring this ID will be deleted from TBL person. Select and execute this query. Execute select queries. Look, all 3 records deleted.